Welcome back to the channel, friends. My name is Kalen. This is the Boston Carpenter. Today, up for review, demonstration, and discussion is one of my personal favorite tools of all time, and a tool that I believe has revolutionized modern construction. What is that tool, you might ask? Well, what a great question, because that tool is the impact driver. More specifically, my personal favorite impact driver of all time, the DeWalt 887. This is a 20 volt XR brushless cordless impact driver, 1/4 inch collet. Not a whole lot of frills, 3 speeds, 3 LED lights at the front for good visibility while working. Just a great tool, great tool. Purpose of this video will be to gather some information, as is with all reviews, right? We want to get some information about a tool. We want to know, is it a worthy investment? Because these tools are an investment. We invest in the tool to make us money. I don't buy this to look at it, although it does look nice. I don't buy it to look at it. It's not a collector's piece. It's not going to go up on the shelf. This tool is going to be put to work. So when we invest money into our tools, we're looking to recoup that money later on by being productive with the tool. So, we're going to take it outside. Of course, we're going to demo it. We're going to drive some fasteners with it, fasten some material together, talk a little bit about what makes the tool tick, its construction, as far as what materials go into making this, what's going on inside of it. We are not going to open the tool up and have a look around inside. This is a tool that gets used. We're not going to open it up and compromise the tool in any way and start poking around inside of it. There are plenty of other videos out there that actually open the tool up and have a look inside if that's what you're looking for. That's not going to happen here. So, we'll take it out. We'll do some demonstration with it, have a little further discussion about the tool itself. And hopefully, this video will help you to make an informed decision about whether or not this is a tool that you want to invest in. So, stay tuned. Let's take it outside. Well, folks, we are back with the DeWalt DCF887. As discussed at the beginning of this video, I'm just going to drive some fasteners with it. Different types of fasteners, different lengths, different diameters. And just see how fast and powerfully it's able to drive them, basically. I've also brought down some paddle bits. We'll drive those through this as well. See how it does, see how hot she gets, and we'll take it from there. So here we go. Pretty quick, I must say. This is in speed setting 3. Like we talked about earlier, it does have 3 separate speed settings. Speed 1 is going to be more for your precise things. I mean, you know, it's not. In fact, in 1, it won't even sink this screw that I just backed out. This fastener will not go in any further. Now with 2, if we put it in 2, it will very easily set that back in. Now, bear in mind, this is an impact driver. So, its job is to impact when it starts meeting resistance. With this tool, you're getting about 3,800 impacts per minute. Speed 3, just for reference. Now we've sank that clear through the bottom here, but you get the point. 3,800 impacts per minute, which is pretty substantial. I mean, it makes driving, especially structurally, you know, if you're using this strictly in a structural capacity, it makes it very quick and efficient. Personally, if I was doing more delicate things, cabinet installations, anything like that, I'm going to go with a drill driver and take advantage of its clutch feature that the drill drivers have for more sensitive work. But oftentimes, you know, if you don't need to be as delicate and as careful, This is the perfect tool for that job. As we also discussed earlier, it does have this tri-LED setup, which basically is to avoid having shadows in front of your work. If we remember some of the previous DeWalt generations, they had the light on the bottom that would shine up. Some had the light underneath. That did cause a lot of shadows on your workspace. So I do like the tri-LEDs. It's pretty common now on the impacts is to have that, and it definitely makes for greater visibility while working. It also will stay on for 20 seconds after the trigger is released. You know, if you need to have a little look at anything that you're doing, you're kind of trying to use it as a flashlight, it will stay on. It does not have an always on feature, like maybe for instance like my hammer drill does. That I could use as a flashlight and just turn that into the always on setting that it has specifically for the light, keep the light on. So on to the next one, we'll drive a lag screw. Here we go. All right guys, here we have a 5" 5/16 diameter lag screw. So we will just set it, get it set, that way we're not fighting with it. So there, as you can see, it's barely set in there. I mean, it's almost to the point of falling over. And we'll see how quickly this drives this right through here. Very quick indeed. Back it out. Pretty impressive, I must say. So we will start with our 3/8 size. We will move up from there. Doctor. She's getting warm, I tell you. She's getting warm. I mean, what do you expect, right? It's not exactly light work for any tool, what's going on there. But you'll notice the constant impact. Constant the entire time. This is where you're getting that 3,800 impacts per minute. Especially, you know, given the task that we put before this thing, you know, it's meeting nothing but resistance from the time that it drives itself in. When these blades start meeting that wood, you've got immediate impact and plenty of torque too. Plenty of torque. All right, let's move up to a different size. All right, given the nature of what we're doing, I thought it over. We were using a 2 amp-hour battery. I don't believe that's going to quite give us what we're looking for here. So we're going to move up to a 5 amp-hour. It is fully charged. Slap that puppy on there. As far as paddle bits, we have moved up to a 3/4. These are the Diablo, I believe, Speed Demon paddle bits. And they do a good job. They do a good job. Let's hit it. Yeah, she's cooking. She is coming. You can't even hold on to that. I mean, when we look at tool tests, realistically, right? Are we actually going to sit here and drive countless holes through 2x material, one after the other, after the other, after the other in rapid succession? Maybe. Maybe you will. Probably not, though. I mean, you're probably not going to just be going from one size to the next paddle bit and just driving pointless holes through 2x material. You know, I've seen a lot of tests on these where people just burn them up because they're, I mean, if we really want to burn this tool up today, we could certainly do that for you. If that's what you came here to watch. My hope is that doesn't happen. Now, if that becomes a hazard of the test, well, then it is what it is. But the point I'm making is, even if I burn this tool up during this testing process, I'm still going to go out and buy another 887. Just because it burned up on me when I was using it to do unrealistic tasks. And when I say unrealistic, I don't mean that the task itself is unrealistic. I mean the way in which the tasks are being performed is pretty unrealistic. Now the fasteners, especially for structural framing, things like that, yeah, you're probably going to be driving countless amounts of fasteners in as rapid succession as you accurately can. However, with this paddle bit, the likelihood of you making, I don't know what we've done so far, 12, 13 holes with different size paddle bits is probably, I would say, fairly unlikely that you're going to be doing that. And that is causing this tool to become extremely hot. Extremely hot. But this is a test. This is a test, and so that was 3/4. We are now going to move up to the 1-inch Diablo Speed Demon paddle bit. There she goes. Man. Oh wow. Yeah, she's getting extremely hot now. One thing I'm not aware of that this tool has, and if you are, please let me know. I don't know if it has any type of overheat protection. I want to say that it does not, just because of some of the reviews that I've seen in the past. I only say that because I've watched them quite literally smoke the tool out. So where are we at with battery? Oh, still 3 bars. Still 3. So there we go. And we do have another size paddle bit to get to. This bit is going to be extremely hot. And that is this monster right here. These are Bosch. Yeah, Bosch Daredevils, as a matter of fact. And this is 1.25 inches. 1.25 inches. Now I'm kind of running out of spots on here to sink these things through, but I think I found a bit of a canvas here that we can create some carnage on. So, tool is still extremely hot, but we're gonna keep moving forward with this because I don't want to hold you guys hostage here all day. Here we go. Strange. Well, we are running into some problems here, and it has nothing to do, I don't believe. Well, actually, it might, because I don't hear it impacting. So let's try this one more time just to get some clarification here. Yep. So, what's happening is she's not impacting. Now, just for reference, that is not the tool that's smoking. That is actually the bit inside the wood. It's smoking like that. It's not impacting. It's not impacting. I don't know why. I do not have an answer for you. We're going to try to manipulate the tool a little bit up and down, side to side, and see if we can get the thing to do what it's supposed to do here. I'm not loving that. Not loving that. Well, that is extremely hot. Let's go back to the 1 inch for a minute. I want to see if that is any different. Yeah. Something tells me that that's a bit issue, paddle bit issue. I don't know why it's behaving that way, but you'll notice as soon as we put on, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't have a good answer for you on what that was all about with the 1 1/4 bit. With the other bits back in, it's doing what it's supposed to do as far as 3800 IPMs. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I will say that if you were to hold your hand on there for, I don't know, more than half a second, you're gonna get burnt. You're gonna get burnt. This tool is hot stuff right here. So I think another thing we will do is we're gonna take that inch paddle bit and we're gonna drive it into the end of the board, and we're just gonna sink it all the way to the collet, and then we'll have some conversation about the tool. All right. We're just going to drive this right in there. So, let's go ahead with that. I will get my arm out of your way. Do this lefty. Not bad. Not bad. On a side note, I will say, I do love how these bits funnel the sawdust back out of whatever you're drilling. I have to say, that's pretty impressive. So, now why would you do that? Maybe you're trying to run, I don't know, something through, and this is how you did it. And now you do this. And there you go. Now you've got your little burrow there. I do have to say, I would like to double back to that 1 1/4 and see if we can't successfully drive that through some material, because I did find it quite strange. I don't know if the bit is not grabbing appropriately. It is somewhat dull in comparison to the other bits that I have, but let's just see. Yeah, that thing sucks, huh? That's going in the garbage. Let's drive some more. Just for kicks, let's drive some more. Where are we at battery-wise? Not bad. Not bad. We are at 2 bars. Not bad at all. So, get that scorching hot bit off there. The DeWalt DCF887. Hot to the touch. Let me set it down for a minute, let it breathe. ABS plastic with some rubber overmold. I believe this is magnesium. I could be wrong. I believe that is magnesium. 1/4 inch collet, like we talked about. This is the 20 volt XR series. It is brushless. I believe we also talked about that at the beginning of the video. I'm trying to find any other pertinent information I can share with you about it. I mean, we've wreaked havoc on this piece of material, and she's still kicking. She is scorching hot. This would be a time during the day, if I felt that my tool was getting hot like that, I'm going to set it down, and I'm going to check on my punch list and see what else needs to be taken care of that doesn't involve this for the next 10 or 15 minutes. And that's not an issue for me. That's not an issue because, like I said, you're not going to find me drilling. I mean, good Lord, we've put what looks to be 27 paddle bit holes, one after the other. I don't do that with this thing. It's not some. I might put a couple. I might bore something like that out occasionally. Or, you know, I need a hole now and I do it, and then the paddle bit goes away and it's back to being an impact driver for fasteners, you know. In order to have this tool fail on you, you've really got to be using it outside of its scope, outside of its intended use. But for driving fasteners, for boring holes, I mean, it'll keep going. I don't know how long we could keep going for. I really don't. I mean, I've got a case of batteries right here. We could probably go through them all. And eventually the tool is going to smoke out, and it's going to be compromised, and it will be of no use to me anymore. But that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to show and explain a little bit about what the tool does, what its uses are, what it's for, to show its performance, you know, in the best way I can. I'm no professional YouTuber by any means, but I do have a love for tools and love to share it with people. So in any case, if you're thinking about buying your first impact driver, my recommendation would be the DeWalt DCF887. If you are a professional in the trades and you're looking to upgrade your impact driver to something on the professional level, the DCF887 would be my recommendation. Tool only, you're going to find this anywhere from, these days, hell, $100 to maybe $130, tool only. You know, then you've got to get the batteries, and as we all know, the batteries cost more than the tools half the time. And a charger. You know, you can get these in kits. Make sure you read the description on those combo kits very carefully. It will give you the model number of the tools that are inside that kit. Don't get roped into thinking you're being sold something that you're not. It is a fantastic tool with a lot of different applications, and once again, I believe has truly revolutionized the modern construction industry. So, thanks for hanging out. If tool reviews, tool talk is something that you're into, this channel's got plenty more of that coming on. We have a plethora of tools to review, discuss, and demonstrate. So consider subscribing. Greatly appreciate it. We will see you on the next video.